Having chronic fatigue syndrome was so hard. When I was going through it over 20 years ago, like there was no help at all on the internet. There was not even help in the real world. Like, you know, back then there was barely any internet anyway. There was no Facebook, there was no Instagram. I don't even think there was YouTube back then. And it was one of the most painful, isolating experiences I'd ever been through. It was freaking exhausting. I remember just sitting in my bed, laying there, just wasting away physiologically. Like my muscles just started to decrease so much. I think I lost like almost 20 kilos of muscle mass. That was a lot. I couldn't do anything, but I felt like I was wasting away my life, and I was really grieving my old life. And so it was just so isolating. And so one of the reasons on why I started helping people with chronic fatigue syndrome after I got better was because I remember just laying in bed, just feeling so dark and isolated. And I guess I'm an empathetic person. And so I remember one night I was laying in bed just thinking about how bad this is. And to be honest, I just wanted my life to be over. It was, like I said, it was hard. And I had this weird moment where I wrote down on a piece of paper, this is so unfair. Like, why is this happening to me? This is so unfair. But one day, when I get better, I'm going to make sure no one else will have to go through what I did alone. And that was my mission. And I had this crazy vision of like, this is what I'm going to do when I get better. And so that's what I did. I had no idea that I'd be helping thousands of people in 78 countries, 20 years later. And it's just really, really special to witness so many individuals of all walks of life. We've worked with people as young as 8 years old, all the way to people who are in their 80s. We just had a lady do a success story who's 87, get her life back at 87. Can you believe that? She's doing pavers on her backyard while her husband watches her do it. And so, recovery is possible. It's a real joy to be able to watch people get their lives back. And, I just created the system and the process that I wish I had when I was going through it. It would have made life so much easier for myself and my family. And that's why I'm so passionate and have been so passionate for the past 20 years, because it's exactly what I wish I had when I was going through it. And so I feel very blessed to do the work that we do with the people that we work with. So just hold hope and know that recovery is possible. Your diagnosis is not your end destination. It doesn't have to be. Make sure that you focus on what you want, and you focus on recovery versus looking for quick fixes and listening to people who don't really understand it and don't have good practical advice to help you with it.